Alright, so welcome back to Skyrim at home. Last time we were here, we went ahead and beat the main quest of Solstheim, which is awesome, which means we can just get the heck out of here. But, you know, I don't know if I want to come back, so while we're here, let's go ahead and try to get some stuff done. I don't know. Let's take a look at what we got from Iraq. Don't think we really got any fun weapons. That's just a fucking sword, isn't it? I don't know. Let's go try to sell some stuff, and then I guess we'll go from there.
If you find yourself in the ash wastes, keep your eyes open.
Let's sell stuff.
Glover Mallory's thing. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
I don't like this. It's too slow.
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I've spent enough time on Solstheim. What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on.
Either you're here to get steel, dwarven, and looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do... If you're dealing with... Trust like that is not freely given. Until next month.
Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the field. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Stuff.
Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market.
I might lend coin to people that need it, but I never lend a stranger.
It gets lonely out here, you know, on this remote island.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all. If you've got something to sell, I'm willing to buy it. Why don't we see what kind of deal we can make?
Money.
Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
It's busier. See for yourself. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on.
Looking for any... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients.
Merkel
if you're ever in
doesn't
the
lend
market.
coin to outlanders. Look somewhere
Okay.
else.
So I want to get a different
You
tool.
looking for trouble? Stay out of my way. Haven't you got something better to do?
It's 34. Dang it.
Spriggan, my lord.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have... Damn that man. He's being totally unreasonable. Truly? Well done. I'll just keep 2 of them for myself. No need for Neloth to know. Take that last taproot and plant it into the wall of the withered house. She left for Raven Rock hours ago. She promised to bring me back some fresh blisterwort. I've got the best selection of mushroom and fungi. Azora light your steps.
try to get rid as much as I can. That's why I'm not even bothering putting on the hackling stuff. I just want to get rid of it.
Hold still. Let me get a good look at you. Incipient madness, loss of self-awareness, black spots in the whites of the eyes. Any of the documented indications of Hermaeus Mora's permanent influence. No, you look fine. Well, at least no different than when I first saw you. Who? Oh, him. Well, I assume you killed him. Or Hermaeus Mora. Mirak's influence has vanished from Solstheim. So, I assumed you handled things. Well, that is what you... Now, all that's left are these black books, waiting for another ambitious fool to be... Speaking of which, I think I've located another book, if you're interested. Here, let me show you. First, it's ash spawn attacks, then my home withers. It's almost like someone is out to get me. Mirak was a formidable opponent. I wonder what he would have been like as my apprentice. Have you found Verona yet? I could rarely. Mostly staffs. They're my specialty. Where did I put... Oh, yeah.
Let's see, we'll finish up. Go back to talking to Elena. Go find Verona, I guess. And then, I don't know. Not in a hurry to do the mowing or other stuff.
Dad, I don't care if he's a master wizard. Good. Now maybe Neloth will get off my back about it. I suppose you think you should get paid for helping an old woman. Here, take these. I'll sell you more if you come back later. Azora, light your steps.
Take a look. Safe travels.
Oh, shoot.
Well?
Have you found Verona yet? I could really use some tea. Dead? Well, that's annoying. How did she die? There are more and more of those things showing up around here lately. I suppose you'll have to find me a new steward. Try Raven Rock. They are in awe of me there. I'm sure almost anyone would be willing to serve me. Once word gets out, someone with a brilliant mind and a robust physique that is blindly obedient would be ideal. Oh, and they need to know how to brew tea. Ooze always waters it down. I still have some research to do before I'll know anything. I'm right. If you have any with you, I'll buy one. Otherwise, I can tell you where you might find one. Excellent. I'll take it. Here, have some septums. Hermaeus Mora has always tried to seduce more. Where the black books actually came from. No. Apparently, time is more malleable if you're the Daydrink Prince. Fate and destiny.
Not much contact with others around here. Not Skull.
You lost? If you're looking for the East Empire Company for 100 years, try Windown.
Your efforts in Ravenrock have proven most invigorating. As the wife to the second counselor of... I could never leave Adril behind, and he will never leave Leril. Besides, I'd never work for Neloth. I heard he cut the heart out of his former apprentice. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means...
Assisting the Redoran Guard with the Ash Spawn attacks has earned you quite the reputation here.
Anytime you want to hit...
I'm perfectly content with my current position.
I've spent enough time...
You're ignorant. It's the capital of Morrow. I don't visit there often anymore. Quite a while ago. Nobody's seen... Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives.
Perhaps our town isn't as grand as Mournhold, but it's our home, and we must make the most of it.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I'm right with you. I've spent enough time on Solstheim to last a lifetime.
Yes. Well, playing is a strong word.
Vendel Severin. Always glad to help. We meet again. Yes, there's something you need.
Yeah, it's going.
If you're dealing with me...
Not on your life. I'd have to be truly desperate to do that.
Miserable. Just miserable. My father need... Besides, Neloth is looney a skooma addict. You could try Drovus Relvi. He came in here asking my father if he needed any odd jobs done. Seemed kind of desperate. Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
Spare some coin for a lost soul. I was one of the Redder a few years ago. They sprung from the ground. Unfortunately, I'd left the other guardsmen behind, and there isn't a single night that passes where I don't. Thank you, Outlander. I'd saw off my own leg for a septim. You couldn't pay me enough to do that.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know.
Another day of misery.
My
Your
husband
actions
Vendel
here
feared
have been a
visitors
blessing
with
to us
Sean
all.
Raven. I'm glad to see. Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland. I hope you enjoy your stay in Raven Rock.
Welcome. You mean leave Raven Rock for good? To go? Sure. On second thought, never mind. I can get new stuff. Well, I've never been one to pass up an opportunity. Sorry to run, but I'm off to my new job.
Okay. Cool. Sort of debating if I want to go ahead and leave Solstheim. I'm kind of tired of being here.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Back so soon? That Drovus man? I suppose he'll do. He makes dreadful Canis root tea, though. But I should be grateful. Here, take this for your efforts. Oh, and you may use my staff enchanter if you want.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, my brother. I've spent enough time on Solstheim to last.
I think we're getting there. Just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all my stuff that we got here. Kinda wanted a place to put it. We can get a house here. Not sure how to go about doing it though. Skull Village, maybe? Well, I could probably put stuff up at the,
My son and I gather items to trade with travelers who visit the village. Among other things, I have some fresh bread I baked this morning, and vegetables from Finna's garden. All right then.
I do enjoy sharing stories. Oh, Solstheim is a fact. Yes, given that. Either that, or powerful and malevolent entities who make their home on the plane of oblivion. Some of the more powerful among them can exert their influence within our world.
The
When they
tree
do,
stone is free
men
again.
inevitably suffer.
The oneness of the land is restored. Does that mean... is it over? Is Miraak defeated? Thank you. Whatever your other reasons for acting. One more thing, Skullfriend, if you will. I know it is not my place, but... may I offer a word of advice? Of warning? As Shaman of the Skull, I am charged with the spiritual well-being of my people. While you are not of the Skull, you are Skullfriend, and so I give you this warning. Hermamora forced you to serve him in order to defeat Miraak. Do not let him lure you further down the path. The All-Maker made you Dragonborn for a higher purpose. Do not forget that. Walk with the All-Maker, Skullfriend.
Every winter.
My father was a noble man, and a true Skull. It was Scoff the Giant, our former chieftain, who... he was a great bear of a... I was a restless and angry child. He was a great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly. She was caught... You must not... between the wolves, the weather, and the threats in the south. We are bound to this land. Like... I know it must seem strange to you. The land and the Skull are one. There is no other... Join you? You mean leave the village to journey with you and fight at your side? Well, I'm flattered, but the village is my home. It's very rare for one of... You're right. I suppose the others can get by without me for a while. Very well. If you need my help, seek me out here in the village. I have been preparing for it all. It is not right that I should say this, because I must honor my... I always thought that I would be a great hunter, or eat... Not if Fenari has anything to say about it. When it comes to being chieftain, she is like a wolf with her jaws clamped tight upon a fresh kill. But that's all right. The Skull need a shaman, and I know that is my place.
My mother was guide you, but she left. May the All-Maker protect us from whatever of the Skull.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I am the leader of the Skull, but it's the All-Maker who truly protects and provides. Bandits sometimes come at night to steal our food. They think that stealing from us, it will be dangerous. But if you'll deal with these thieves, then may the All-Maker give you the strength of a great bear and make your will as firm as stone. Be welcome in our village.
Okay.
I've spent enough time on Solstheim to last a lifetime.
Damn, that's the worst. And the vermin that infest the ash wastes back home.
Seems you've inherited a situation.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim.
Drovus Relvi owes me 1,000 septims. At least he did until you set him up with that Telvanni wizard. Now he's untouchable. The way I figure it, it's your fault he can't pay me. So I guess I'm going to have to collect it from you. Nothing for now, but watch your back. I'll be sending collectors to find you. They won't ask so nicely. One way or the other, I'll get my money. Tired of running? I knew you were weak. Now pay me. Take your best shot, Fetcher. But if you draw on me, the guards will put a bounty on your head, not mine.
Murgle doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else.
I'll give you this warning only once.
Where'd you go?
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club. Haven't heard anything lately. Check back with me. You never know.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay tired of running? I knew you were weak. Now pay me. Yeah, that sounds good. Half. I think that'll work. If you're dealing with me, trust like that is not freely given. Until next time.
I could swing a pickaxe better than any man in the mines. Made thousands of... Doesn't everyone pity the hopeless? I used to be a miner. When the mine dried up, I was lost. That fetcher Gildis won't even allow me inside. So if I want to spend my last bag of coins getting drunk, you can try. If you can get that stubborn mule to let me into the netch, I'll make sure you get what's coming to you. It might take more than a simple request to change Geldis's mind. He can be quite stubborn.
Have you put those thieving bandits to... Your kindness warms my heart as sunlight warms the skin on a cold day. The Skal are once again in your debt outside. We are Nords. We live... Also, like the Nord, I was chosen by the people. I suppose I've always spoken my mind and tried to do what's best for the Skal. That's why the others call me Vanari Strongvoice.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I'm right with you. I've spent enough time on Solstheim to last a lifetime.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a...
It's been many winters. His name is Nicholas. I've tried to tell him that the world beyond our land... You would do that? I know he would listen to you. You've been out there in the wide world. You know its perils. Yes, perhaps you can convince him. I would be grateful if you would do this thing outside.
I am called Wolf Wildblood. I am first hunter of the Skal. When we stop, I doubt that an outsider could truly understand. The first piece of wisdom we take only what we need. The Skal hunt not for sport, but to survive. We believe the less we disturb the land and the beasts within. In days past, I wish he had a walk in my darkest times. Twisted beasts. But the day dragged. I've heard tell of men who, it is a pitiable fate. And one that he set off from here so long ago. It's hard to say. Could be in Hammerfell for all I know. If you happen to cross his path, be wary. He was a fierce warrior as a man. He never felt the call. We seek to live. For unnatural, it's not a fate I would wish on anyone. Dear, sometimes when the wolves grow too old and threaten the village, we must hunt them to cull their numbers.
I think the Dark Elves of Ravenrock keep to their... Fenari speaks her mind. Perhaps
I welcome you, friend to the Skal.
I do enjoy it. Well, I suppose it's been nearly a year. Well, not so... In fact, they've been very accommodating. Hospitable, even. They seem happy to talk about their traditions and history.
My mother was Skal, but she left the village, and a trade ship from Sky... My mother fell in love with one of the sailors. Sadly, no. She died in fall. I came across a few of my mother's old things not long ago. I believe she would want it placed upon her tombstone in Falkreath. As a symbol. If you find yourself, I don't have much to give in reward. But return to me when the task is done and I'll do what I can. Well, the dragons are a constant. But have they forced us to change? They are but one more hardship. Well, my mother... It's true that I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary. But I was never truly happy until I came here.
The Skal and the land are one, joined by the Allmaker.
I hope you will give me word if you find anything about my brother.
The elders talk of great cities much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many villages?
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I'm right with you. I've spent enough time on What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on! What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Right behind you.
Okay, let's get something done real quick and then probably call it.
enough time on Solstheim. Dragons, eh? Good. I was looking for a challenge.
Can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me.
You must go, outsider. I've seen outs. That's right. I want to go out into the world and earn great I'm wary of living in this village. I want to do so. I know it must be hard for an adventurer such as you to understand this, but we Skaal live very boring lives. Anytime you want to head to Skyrim. I've spent enough time...
You are? I admit, I was not expecting to hear that. Yes, you're right. She still mourns for my father, and having me near brings her comfort. You have my oath that I will not leave the village until my mother is ready to let me go. I can see that in my eagerness for adventure, I have forgotten my duties as a son and as a Skaal. You have helped me to see wisdom, and I thank you for that, Skaal friend.
If Nicholas leaves me now, if Nicholas leaves, may the Allmaker bless you with many... I wish that I could give you a reward that is... Perhaps these will prove useful to you. These herbs are unique to the island, and their light cannot be found elsewhere.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
I think we might just about be done.
Watch yourself. I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating.
Traveling beyond the bulwark will be much safer as a result of your victory at Fort Frostmoth. Many thanks. Solstheim. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway.
Assisting the Redoran Guard with the Ash Spawn attacks has earned you quite the reputation. Keep it up.
With the Modin Veleth, captain of the Redoran Guard, at your service. It can be. They usually didn't amount to much. Some of my own men have become quite accustomed to a spirit they despise and stuff myself. If I knew where they were stashing the bottles, I'd put an end to it myself. That would be helpful. I just don't have time. They're too smart to have left it in the bulwark. I'd search one of the abandoned houses on the outskirts of town. It's fashioned from actual bone that's been reinforced with... It might appear brittle, but I'd wager it could stop them of a weapon better than iron force steel.
You think you have it?
Merkel doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else.
Welcome to the wretching... Have you seen the... Oh, she used to be richer than Councillor Moore. As much as I love making coin, I can't watch her do that anymore. I won't. Well, there's morals, and then there's money. In this case, money wins. Tell Brolsa she's welcome here any time. Brolsa may be welcome here again, but I still expect her to pay her way like everyone else.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I
Don't
can give
pity
my
me.
men the rest they
And,
deserve.
well then,
Well done.
I suppose I'm off to do what I do best. Here, this was something I carried around in happier times. Maybe you can find a use for it. Don't waste your
My
life like
husband
I
Bendel
did.
feared visitors would shun Raven Rock.
Assisting the
I'm glad to
Veteran
see
Guard
he
with the
was
Ash Spawn attacks has earned you quite
Miss,
the
I could swing a
reputation.
pickaxe better than any man in
it up.
the mine. Oh, I hate this place. Don't waste your life. This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a
Azura's
life here?
wisdom to you, friend.
Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
Destroying the ash
My
spawn is
apologies for
safe
doubting
for-
you. Adieu. Modin Veleth, Captain of the Veteran Guard at your service. The security of both Raven Rock and Councillor Morbane is my primary concern.
Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn out here.
I think it's time to go.
Yes? The maiden doesn't move until I've been paid. Get yourself settled then.
Feels so much better to be back in Skyrim.
The Lords don't appreciate us. So what? I don't appreciate them right back. We're used to getting by on scraps, but the Shatter Shields want every Torbjorn Shatter Shield. I wish someone would beat the... He says an Argonian's labor is only worth a tenth of a proper Nord. You can try. We've gotten nowhere talking to him ourselves. I hope we will speak again soon, Marsh friend.
need something?
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your
Spare
stink,
coin
and you
for
refuse to help the
poor old
Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
Oh. Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow. Nothing new there. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the some of these. And it isn't just the Dark Elves there. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a... We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Safe travels.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
Will you spare a few coins to help someone?
Name's Mills, huh?
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her... I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. Those boots aren't worth the septims I do pay them. I'm not giving them coin I could give to good Nord workers. Easy? Maybe I was being too harsh on them. By the honor of Clan Shattershield, they will be paid fairly. You have my word. Our little girl died recently. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now. Thank you. I hope RK grants my wife some comfort. Thank you. Here, I always pay my debts. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.